Hi Grove! In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the resource called Sora, which is an ebook platform. The easiest way to find it is to start at the Grove Junior High School website, which I think everyone can access. Once you are here, you would go to Students and then LRC. And then on the left side, you're going to click on the third bullet point that says Sora right here. So the very first time that you're trying to access this, it might ask you to log in, and you want to select your district email because that's how you will be authenticated. So I'm going to click on sign in using Community Consolidated School District 59, and then you will choose your CCSD 59 email address, and then you're in. So this is currently the collection that we have access to. It's just over 220 books. You can explore by subjects. So if you know a specific subject that you're looking for, you can click here and click on Explore All Subjects, and you can see some subjects have more than others. Or you can click on over 220 books and it will show you all of the books, and you can kind of just go through them and find one that you want. Now, what's really neat about these books is that they're multi-user, meaning multiple people can check out the book at the same time. There's really no limit. So let's say you want to check out this book right here, El Defo. So you just click on Borrow, and then it will open up the reader. So this is where you would actually start reading the book. If you want to get rid of this message right here so you can see the full screen, you kind of just click in the middle, and it hides it. And then if you want to change pages, obviously if you want to go forward, you would click right. If you want to go back, then you would click left. So I'm going to get ahead a little bit until it shows you 2 pages. So this one is doing one. Let me see if I can modify that. So this one is doing 1 page at a time. I'm going to click in the middle. You can change the format. So if you want to zoom in, make it larger, you can. And then once you're done, you can click down here, done. It goes back to the original one. And then here, it will let you do 2 pages at a time. So I had the format of just 1 page at a time. If you prefer to do 2 at a time, you can. If you are searching, looking for something, let's say a word or a particular section, you can search here by typing in what you remember, and it will take you to that section of the book. And then also you can place bookmarks. So you know where you left off. You would do that here. Okay. And then if you click on these 3 lines, you can see the chapters, right, that are available. You can see any bookmarks that you have placed. And then reading settings where you can change, the lighting, if you prefer a dark background or a light background. And depending on the book, you can also change the font size. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Once you're ready to close the reader, you just, again, kind of click in the middle, click close, okay? And then that's it. So you can have, as many books as you want. They are due back in 2 weeks, but once it returns, then you can always check it out again if you weren't done reading it. Okay, so another neat thing about this is if you have a public library card, you can add your public library and then explore their digital collection as well, all in one place. I've already added my public library, so I'll show you what that looks like. When I click on these 3 lines here, you can see that I have 2 different libraries. One is the school, so Community Consolidated School District 59, and then there's one called Digital Library of Illinois. That's what my public library's digital library is called. So when I click on it, it switches me over to their collection, and now I can browse their books. Again, I can do subjects. So because this is a public library, it has, a lot of different books. I am going to click on juvenile fiction, and then it will show you all the books that they have available. This would be for middle school students. So you can browse through here, find something that you want. If you want a different topic, you can look for a different topic, picture books, whatever it is that you're looking for. Now you can add multiple libraries. I obviously added my home library, but let's say you maybe would want to add the Elk Grove Public Library. You would click here and say add a public library. And you would search either for the library name if you know it, or just the city that it's located in. So I'm just going to type Elk Grove. and then a couple show up. So I can kind of look through them and I see that this is the one that I want. It's, Elk Grove Village Public Library, and you would say this is my library. Now you'll notice that it says Digital Library of Illinois. So it's the same library that my home library has. So when I click on this is my library, it really doesn't do anything. It just takes me back to that digital library. That means that both of these libraries have the same digital collection. But if I wanted to add a different public library and they had a different digital collection, I could do that. Now, for you to add your public library, you do have to have a public library card because it's going to ask you to type in your card number. So make sure you have that handy when you're trying to add your public library. So this just gives you, access to like a lot more books when you add your public library. And some things on the bottom. So Explore is where you can search for books. Home is, it shows you what books you have borrowed and some other things, some suggestions. But you can also go to Shelf and you can see all the books that you have currently checked out. If you have placed any holds, you would see them here. So you see that I have a book here on hold. I've actually placed it through my public library. So that's why it shows up here because I've added that account as well. Any lists that you've made, whether it's wish list or books that you've completed. So just kind of, here are some things you can do. And then here where it says me, these are just some badges that you can collect. The more you read, the more badges you start collecting. And that is pretty much it. You don't have to sign out if you are using this from your own Chromebook. You can just kind of close the page, and then the next time you click on the link, it'll take you directly to it. It shouldn't ask you to log in again. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to switch libraries. I'm going to go back here, and it takes me back to this collection because this is what you will have access to right now. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help you. And I hope you guys take advantage of this resource and start reading. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.